Hello, welcome to Open House. You are in Miss Johnson's Learning Support classroom for the 2020-2021 school year. I help students in kindergarten, first grade, and fourth grade. My contact information is listed below. My email is sjohnson@norwinsd.org. If you call the school's number, my extension is 1834. You can also reach me through Google Classroom. If you have any questions or concerns, please do not hesitate to reach out. One important thing that we teach in my classroom is the growth mindset. So when your children come home from my room, they might be talking about having a growth mindset. There are two different mindsets you can have. The first is a fixed mindset. This is where you ignore feedback, you don't try, you give up easily if things are hard, you think that mistakes are bad, and you might avoid challenges. But with a growth mindset, you flip this thinking around. With the growth mindset, we learn from our failures, we put in effort whenever we're trying difficult tasks, we keep going, we embrace challenges, and we learn from feedback. So basically, we are turning the stigma of mistakes being bad into mistakes being a good thing because we can learn from our mistakes. So the growth mindset is something we talk about every day in Miss Johnson's room. And we have a board back here dedicated to the growth mindset. And the students can actually stop and check in every time they walk in the classroom. So they can stop and say, what kind of mindset do I have? Do I have a fixed mindset or the growth mindset, and try to change their thinking if they are in the fixed mindset? So instead of thinking, I'll never be smart, they can try thinking, I will learn how to do this. Instead of thinking, my plan didn't work, they can think there's always a plan B. Instead of thinking, I can't make this better, they can try thinking, I can always take time and improve. So this board is just here to help inspire them to get into the right mindset, and myself and the other adults in the room will definitely instill this as well. Another thing we talk about in my classroom are the zones of regulation. So if your child comes home and they're saying, I'm in the yellow zone, that is referring to our zones of regulation. So what are the zones of regulation? They are basically a check-in that allows your child to communicate how their body is feeling. Each feeling is associated with a color. None of the zones in the zones of regulation are bad. It is okay to feel all of the feelings within the zones of regulation, and we might feel multiple feelings throughout the day. What's important is knowing strategies to help get them into a zone that will allow them to learn. And so this is something I work on with my students when they come in the room, is doing a check-in with their body to see what kind of day they're having. So they could be in the blue zone, which means they might be feeling sick, sad, tired, bored, or just moving a little slowly. Miss Johnson's usually a little bit in the blue zone on Monday. They could also be in the green zone. This means they're happy, they're calm, they're feeling okay, they're focused, and they're ready to learn. This is the zone I hope my students are in when they're in this classroom, and it's okay if they're not, but we try to use our strategies to get back to this zone because this is where the best learning can happen. There's also the yellow zone. This is when you are frustrated, you're worried, you might be a little silly and wiggly, or you could be really excited about something, and there's a loss of some of the control. So I might get a little bit in the yellow zone when it's Friday and it's close to the last bell ringing. You could also be in the red zone. This is where you are very, very angry. You're mad, you're upset, you might be a little mean, agitated, and out of control. This feeling is okay. We all get upset and angry about things. However, in our classroom, we practice strategies to help calm our bodies down so that we can get back to that green zone. I also thought it would be exciting and fun to learn some new facts about Miss Johnson. So some things that you might not know about me is that I love to read, I love to run, especially outside, and I love to teach. Even though teaching does look a little different this year, I think it's a great challenge and a lot of fun to learn about. I also love the beach, as you can see from my background on this slide. I also have a bunny and a dog that we just rescued, so I will show you their picture in the next slide. And I've recently started cooking more. One of my students actually shared a banana bread recipe with me over the summer, and I have gotten into baking. So I've been making a lot of cookies, banana bread, and even zucchini bread. I can also play the ukulele. I am not great at it, but using my growth mindset, I am definitely getting better and know that I can get there. So this is my picture of my adorable new puppy. He's actually not a puppy. He's 3 years old, but I call him a puppy. His name is Benji, and we rescued him. He is a very good boy. He loves to run outside with me, and he has one adorable white dipped paw. There is also a bunny in this picture. That's my bunny, Tally. She is 2 years old. She is very sassy. She loves carrots and hopping around, and Benji and Tally get along great, and she has adorable floppy ears. Another fun thing about this year is that we have Mrs. Doverspike back, so she has a slide to share about herself.
I do. So my slide shows the background as being a fall theme because I love fall. That's my favorite season. It has my favorite holiday. My favorite holiday is Halloween. I love seeing everybody dressed up. I love seeing everybody's creativity with their costumes. My favorite weather is cooler weather, because I get to wear some sweaters and some scarves. I love apple cider and going and picking out pumpkins and apples. And I love seeing the changing leaves. I like seeing all the different colors. And I just love being outside. I have been to England twice. I even got to see the Queen once. That was really cool. My favorite color is purple. And my hobbies include spending time at Target, which most teachers love to do, watching Netflix with my husband, and crafting with my Cricut. Those are my favorite things.
Some rules and expectations for when you come down to my room are that each child will show kindness and respect. That is my number one rule. I want every child to feel safe and valued when they walk through my doors. And so to do that, I make sure that each child is showing kindness and respect. Another rule is I will respect other people's boundaries and personal belongings. I will listen to my peers and my teachers while they talk. And I will do my best to demonstrate the growth mindset. A question that I get a lot during open house is, what is needed when I go to Miss Johnson's room? The only thing you'll need, and I'll tell the kids when I go to pick them up, is they can bring their iPad on certain days because we are lucky enough to have a Promethean board in our room. So we will be doing a lot of interactive lessons, a pencil. Although if they don't have a pencil, I do have pencils here for them in a designated spot, so each person has a designated spot, so they will not be sharing pencils, and a positive attitude. We also use Noble Night tickets in our school, so we use this to recognize values that we wish to reinforce in our students. These values are courage, honesty, responsibility, caring, perseverance, fairness, and respect. Each week, we will pick a winner, and they get to go down to the office to pick a prize. It could be something like an extra pajama day. And the last thing I wanted to share with everyone is how I like to end my class. Whenever everyone is done with the lesson, I have them line up near my door. So I'm actually going to turn my camera here so you can see. They will line up this way. And I tell my students every day, I am so proud of their efforts and I love being their teacher. And that's very important to me that every student in my room knows that, because it's absolutely true. I love getting to be their teacher and watching them grow every day. But I also like to end my class with some type of special handshake. But because we are switching things up this year and we have to adapt, I have different virtual goodbyes. So Mrs. Doverspike is going to help demonstrate them. So they get to decide if they would like an air hug, tip your hat, curtsy to each other, spirit fingers, Salute your friend. Bow to each other. Hip bump. Wink at each other. Foot bump. Elbow bump. Wave to each other or blow a kiss. So your child gets to pick their favorite way to say goodbye to Miss Johnson, just to help them know how special they are to me. And the last thing I'd like to say is thank you for all your support at home. I know that you guys work just as hard at home as we are working here at school to support your own child, and we could not do it without you. So I just wanted to end on a Dr. Seuss quote. It says, "Don't give up. I believe in you all. A person's a person, no matter how small." Thank you for watching our open house video, and we are looking forward to a great year. Bye.